moments before it begins. He tells himself, it's just another fight. A brawl like countless ones before. A contest. A game to win. Hell, for this one, everyone got to bring gear. Clark brought the knuckles. He forged them in the fortress years ago. After returning from the dead, Knuckles with miniature suns raging inside. Angry suns taken from their universes. He thought about calling them Dawn's Day Knuckles, but Lois shut that down fast. Even so, with them, he's stronger, faster, ready to throw down. He's fought in other dimensions, other universes, fought God's Titans. What's one more fight? Then the doors open.
Two spaces, 1, 2.
The story begins in the past, where the Trinity, Clark, Bruce, and Diana, are gathered together, playing a Justice League-themed game. Bruce and Diana are fully immersed, laughing and enjoying the playful competition. But Clark seems distant. His usual warmth is missing, his smile faint, while the others share in the lighthearted fun. Something about the game doesn't sit right with him.
Clark doesn't like a game unless no one has to lose. Losing builds character.
So does winning.
All cherished the moment, sharing quiet laughter and heartfelt thanks to Lois for bringing them together. For a brief while, everything felt peaceful. A rare sense of normalcy among heroes who rarely knew rest. They play on, and as they do, they talk as friends, family, not colleagues or heroes. They joke. They talk about their children. They discuss private things. Things we'll return to very soon. An hour later, the game is still not over. Though they're all within a few spaces of the watchtower. The finish line. Diana is about to toss what could be the winning roll when Lois says it.
Guys, why is it so bright out?
Dear God. Suddenly, he's just there. Darkseid, the hero's oldest and greatest foe. Maybe the most familiar enemy they have. But this Darkseid had become something else. He isn't just bigger, stronger. He's everything. A universe of power given form. Everywhere he looks, the city becomes his. No, Clark thinks, not his. It becomes him. Clark can see it happening. Every particle, every molecule, every atom is now of Darkseid. As they charge him, Clark tells himself they've done this before. They've fought Uxas dozens of times and won. But deep down he can feel it. This is different. And when he looks at his friends, he knows they feel it too. Because the being out there exists beyond physics. He's somehow everywhere at once. He's more than a god. He's all godliness. He's all magic and sorcery. He is all the wonder and terror of the cosmos. Darkseid has finally become what he was meant to be. The end of everything. Bruce falls first, then Diana. Now, as Clark rockets towards Darkseid at Mach 7, he hears a sound he's never heard. A horrible sound that stuns him. Stuns him so badly he barely feels the blast from Darkseid. The blast that ends him. And so, we return to the present. It's revealed that everything we just witnessed wasn't the past, but a glimpse into a near future, shown to the Justice League by a group calling themselves the Quantum Quorum. Standing before a few members of the League were Time Trapper, also known as Doomsday, alongside Gorilla Grodd, and Booster Gold. Their message was simple but terrifying. The League was facing certain doom. As they spoke, Batman received a message from Lois Lane, inviting him to a game night 1 week from now. When he showed the message to Superman, the room fell silent. It was the same moment the Quantum Quorum had described, proving their story true. Tension filled the air as Time Trapper explained that the members of the Quantum Quorum had combined their chronal energies to rewind time by 7 days. In their original timeline, Darkseid had already defeated them, and even now, he was making his way backward through time. Heading straight for this moment, the League demanded to know how they could possibly stop him, now that they had both time and knowledge on their side. Time Trapper's answer was grim. He told them they couldn't. He then instructed the World Forger to show them an illustration. With a powerful strike of his hammer, a beam of light erupted from the ground, forming a glowing stream of images. A living timeline unfolding before their eyes. Time Trapper explained that what they were seeing was the history of their universe, and the flame burning at the far end of it was Darkseid. No matter what they had tried, every possible outcome ended the same way. The flame consumed everything. Darkseid consumed everything. Hal Jordan doubted the claim, insisting there had to be something they could do. But Grodd quickly dismissed the hope. Hal turned to Booster Gold, searching for a better answer. But Booster only shook his head. They had watched it all play out countless times, and in every attempt, the League had failed. According to them, there was only one thing left to do. Time Trapper explained that the only option left was to give up and start over. The room filled with confusion as the heroes tried to understand what he meant. He went on to say that the Quantum Quorum were the most powerful temporal beings in existence. If they used the last of their energy, they might be able to forge a new timeline entirely. Mr. Terrific was visibly disappointed by the suggestion, but Time Trapper showed them a visual of the new 52 timeline as an example. He explained that not long ago, a being had done something similar, restarting everyone and everything. For a time, that universe existed outside of larger reality, before being reabsorbed into it. Nightwing calmly asked,
Right, and how'd that turn out for us again? To quote the gorilla, nope.
If you did this, would we even remember? Be the same people?
No. All will be new.
Aquaman compared the idea to an Atlantean proverb, saying that every new wave is ancient, and questioned what they would be without their history. Time Trapper replied coldly that they would be alive. Jon Stewart countered that being alive in a bubble wasn't living at all. And Wally West added that it felt like running away, something they never did.
I mean, I do, but still.
Enough. We need to understand what we're up against. Quorum, how did Darkseid become this?
World Forger will show you. To understand him, you must understand what he seeks. Our universe is full of mysterious energies. But since its inception, its two most primal energies are the twin energies we call Alpha and Omega. Alpha is the energy of creation, wild and explosive. Nearly all planets with life are sources of Alpha energy. But Apokolips. At Apokolips' core is an infernal machine, a heart. That runs on Omega energy. The energy of conquest, absorption, control. And when Darkseid sought it eons ago, it chose him as its champion and transformed him into the enemy you have fought so many times. From that moment on, he has sought to turn Earth, reality's greatest source of alpha energy, into a new apocalypse. And so when he formed his new universe, he placed a Heart of Apokolips at its primordial center. All Omega energy in that realm flow to him, making him absolute.
Thus, he has become that universe's King Omega, the personification of all its Omega energy, a walking singularity that transforms all around him, which is why we must act quickly. This Earth is already transforming upon his approach. Many of you have likely sensed the Heart of Apokolips growing at its center.
Knowing this, the recent emergence of fire pits and the global sightings of parademons from the previous year finally began to make sense to Mr. Terrific. That was when Batman asked an unforeseen question, one that would change the course of their future. He wondered aloud if they could use the power of the Heart of Apokolips, which was now growing deep within the Earth, to transform themselves into a being like Darkseid. Wonder Woman immediately agreed with the idea, but Grodd quickly interrupted, calling it a terrible one. Time Trapper supported Grodd's objection, explaining that such a plan was impossible. The Heart of Apokolips, he said, served only Darkseid. To even attempt to use it, they would have to restart the heart by blasting it with Omega energy, power they simply did not have. Batman countered that Booster Gold did. Watchtower readings showed that Booster was brimming with residual Omega energy, a result of being trapped with Darkseid for years. He suggested that Booster could use that power to shock the heart back to life, like a cosmic defibrillator. Fear colored Booster's voice as he replied that none of them truly understood what they would be unleashing. Batman, unfazed, demanded that they show them. Cosmic energy crackled across the chamber as the World Forger began to explain. The Heart of Apokolips, he said, was not merely a source of power. It was a living, sentient being. Once reawakened, it would immediately seek a champion, someone fueled entirely by conquest. He reminded them that the Justice League were heroes, beings of mercy and restraint, and therefore unfit to be chosen. Grodd added mockingly that they were
Soft as hell.
Time Trapper elaborated further, saying that even in its weakened and newborn state, the heart would not allow their kind to approach it. It would defend itself by reshaping reality, creating a gauntlet of trials, a tournament, to test their worth. Each level would be more difficult than the last. Wally West, naive and confident, scoffed at the idea, insisting they could handle waves of parademons. Grodd silenced him, clarifying that they wouldn't be fighting parademons at all. They would be fighting each other. The realization hit hard. World Forger explained that the Heart's test would be a competition in search of the ultimate conqueror among them. To prove their worth, one of them would have to defeat every other member of the League, and then defeat the Heart itself. Whoever succeeded would cause the universe to bend toward them, transforming them into a celestial entity powerful enough to face Darkseid. Time Trapper added that if this chosen being managed to defeat Darkseid, they could restore everything on the other side. Booster Gold added solemnly that whoever won would have the power to restart the universe however they wanted. That was when Time Trapper turned sharply toward him, questioning why he was encouraging such an idea. Fear filled Booster's face as he confessed that he had seen firsthand the horror that Darkseid had become. He had been a prisoner in Darkseid's absolute universe for eons, and had seen enough to know that the only thing capable of stopping such a monster was something or someone like him. Time Trapper fell silent and turned to the League. He explained that every level of the Hearts Challenge would test not only their strength, but their cunning and strategy. To win, they would have to harness the Fire Pit's energy and grow in power to match Darkseid's. But doing so meant abandoning restraint, showing no mercy, no compassion, only the will to conquer. He then asked the question that froze the room.
Can you truly do that?
Silence swept through the chamber. The heroes exchanged uneasy glances, pale and uncertain, as the weight of the choice settled over them. Then, Superman broke the silence. He told the Quorum to forget it, that they wouldn't be doing this, before storming away in frustration. He stopped at the window, staring down at the earth with a heavy heart, emotions swirling through him. Diana called out to him, reminding him that the earth already belonged to Darkseid. Deep down, they had known it for a long time. Ever since Darkseid's disappearance, they had all felt his lingering presence, but none of them had been willing to face it. Superman turned, voicing the thoughts weighing on him. If they went through with this plan, what would stop the world's villains from following them into the tournament? He turned to Bruce and asked what would happen if people like the Joker or Lex Luthor managed to win. What they could do with such power was unthinkable. Diana tried to reassure him, reminding him that he had spent the last year transforming the Phantom Zone from a place of punishment into one of healing. They had sent their enemies there, not to destroy them, but to protect both them and the world. Superman asked another question. If they all left to compete, who would protect the Earth in their absence? Diana explained that this was exactly what the League was discussing now. Batman then added that their plan could work and urged him to at least think about it. But what Clark thinks about is the moment he charged Darkseid. And that terrible sound, the one that stopped him in his tracks. It was the sound of every heart on Earth suddenly doing the same thing. Not stopping or dying, but falling into unison. All the variety. People, fish, bird, bugs, the wild, strange, wonderful mess of it, aligning in a single rhythm. Darkseid's.
It's a game, Clark.
One we play to the death against each other.
No, against him. Remember that, and it becomes your favorite kind, like Lois said. The kind where no one really loses. The kind we all win together.
And so they decide. They have 1 week, 7 days, to prepare the world and themselves. Then, on the 7th day, just before Darkseid arrives, they will enter the Heart and compete to become its champion. At the same time, the Quantum Quorum will use all that is left of their chronal powers to slow time and stave off Darkseid's approach. Hopefully, it will be long enough for a hero to claim the Heart. Hopefully. On the first day, they move to secure the villains. Modified T-spheres are sent to a list of the world's most dangerous criminals. Terrific hates what they're about to do. Go on. But he also knows that this is about as fair as they can be right now. Get to work. The T-spheres re-enters the atmosphere silently, each homing in on its target.
Well, hello there.
Who dares to? Cute toy. Where do you put the stupid batteries?
Any criminal who the Watchtower assigned a power of 6 or higher is targeted. Some are already locked up.
Ain't you pretty?
Others are hidden far from sight.
What did you do now, Arthur?
I knew it. You think you can outsmart me? Lex Luthor? You'll pay for this, Superman. I promise you.
All are taken off the game board. On the second day, the heroes met with world leaders, and together they agree on the path forward. On the third day, Clark, the delegate's chosen speaker addresses the world.
Long ago, my home world was destroyed. I was the only survivor. That will not happen here. I swear it. We can win. We will win.
Ah, did you hear that? The crack in Clark's voice just there? Not because he doesn't believe his own words, but because he worries that the rest of the world will not. He steels himself as he explains the plan. Explains how the world's most powerful companies, LexCorp, Wayne Enterprises, Queen Industries, and 10 others, have joined forces to create Mega Arcs, all fitted with adapted Brainiac tech to contain and preserve everyone and everything. All part of the largest evacuation plan ever undertaken, just in case things get worse in the coming days. He explains how the Titans will stay behind, along with Mr. Terrific, how the Earth will still be protected. And then at the end of his remarks, Clark says something unscripted.
Listen,
he says,
I've seen a lot in my life, and this universe, it's special. It's messy. It's infuriating sometimes, but it's us. It exists because we believe in it, and it's worth fighting for, even like this.
On the fourth day, the heroes spend with their families. As he walks with Lois, John, and Kara through the city he loves, Clark reminds himself that this is for them. All of them. All those heartbeats, the myriad of them, all different, all scared. He listens to the heartbeat of the planet itself, the blue-green whir, and he hears something beneath it now. A crackle, a fire, something ugly growing.
Hey, you can do this.
On the fifth day, they prepare for the tournament. They go to war rooms and bunkers and sacred vaults and choose their gear. What to pick though, when there's no telling what challenges the tournament will bring. Some go on the offensive, Justice Buster 2, Power Up. Others go for strategy.
God Killer Armor. Awaken.
A few choose defensive measures.
Father Box, upgrade, go.
Others, like Clark, just choose what feels right.
It's a game we can all win.
On the sixth day, it's time. With the villains locked away and the world fortified and prepared, they set off. Many of them are selfless. Some are complicated. Humans, aliens, gods, monsters. Over 100 of the world heroes in all. They're friends. Many are more than friends. But right now, they're headed to compete with one another in a tournament without mercy. The closer they get, the less real it feels. And suddenly, they've arrived. The Skartaris Nexus, a passage to the center of the Earth, where the Heart of Apokolips now thrums.
All right, Booster, you ready? You're joking, right? Okay, folks, let's cause a cosmic heart attack.
Is it working?
I can't tell.
The blast is just enough to stop the heart for no more than a few hundred zeptoseconds, Planck time. But it's enough. When the heart begins again, blank and new and terrible, the first thing it sees is them, the heroes rocketing towards it. To welcome them, it gives them each a miraculous vision. Every hero suddenly sees themselves win. Blue Beetle, Detective Chimp, Aquaman. Every single one of them feels what it would be like to become the Heart's champion. The sole god. To have the universe bend to them. No, more than bend. To have it reformed around their ideas, their beliefs. They see the good they could do, so much good. But just as quickly as it appeared, the vision vanishes, gives way to darkness, and they each look around to find themselves waiting at the arena gates. And just like that, the tournament is upon them.
What the?
Which brings us back to where we started.
Get back. Wait for all the combatants.
Wow! What are we playing?
Those of you who cross the gauntlet early shall move on. The rest perish. But beware, on the wrong step, and you may find yourself out. The contest begins at the drop of the Hell Mace.
Well, looks like we'll finally get to see who'd win. Superman or the Captain?
Billy.
Oh, you're going down, Big Blue. Shazam!
You may begin.
That's right. Come on. Pick on someone your own.
Head in the damn game.
He knows Bruce is right. The gauntlet is full of booby-trapped tiles. The Goliath's weapons fall like thunder. But if they're going to generate enough Omega energy, he needs to play to win. They all do.
Out of my way, baby. This is where damage finally gets to shine.
Tell Elena.
It's a game, Clark thinks.
See it as a game.
Up ahead, Jay Garrick is racing towards the glowing portal marking the end zone. When he too takes a bad step and triggers their arrival. Parademon from the farthest point in time, where Darkseid is at full saturation. Omega demons, made from all species of life.
Move over, zombie boy. That crown is mine.
You know, Harley, this is pretty much exactly how I picture the inside of your mind.
On a slow day.
King me, baby! King me!
Back to hell!
Look out! Obscure character in a massive, line-wide event coming through. I'm in extremely high risk of death.
Be friggin' not me.
Clark throws himself at the Omega demons. Heat vision, freeze breath, kiloton punches. The knuckles burn. He tells himself he's doing it, competing. But if you look at him, really look, he's not. Behind him, Heroes begins to cross the finish line. Diana, Mari, Kara. In the shadows, the fire pits hiss angrily. Because without even realizing it, Clark is hanging back. Instead of blasting through, he's clearing the way for his friends. More make it through. 5, 10, the portal begins to shrink. Clark fights on. 15 are through. The portal shrinks further. How many will he allow to cross before it closes? Now, 18. Carter makes 19. It occurs to Clark that he hasn't seen Bruce cross yet, which surprises him. If anyone was going to make it through.
Superman.
Batman?
Focus, you need to stay.
The next part happens in slow motion. The flag unfurls. Bang. Blast hits Clark, knocking him off his feet.
Clark, remember what I said.
And when he looks up, they're all right there.
I guess Batman doesn't always win.
How did the villains escape? How did they get here? Clark has no time to figure it out. It only takes them moments to rush the finish line. Giganta makes it through. Joker, then Lex. But before he crosses the finish line, Lex turns to Superman and smiles. There's something in Lex's smile. It takes Clark a moment to realize that it's pity. It's a smile that says, Go save a damn cat from the tree. But this? Leave this to us, Boy Scout. He thinks back to game night, to Bruce's words, his fist curls. And then no one knows what hit them. The Titans, the Omega Demons, the heart itself. In Superman's ears is a new sound as he blasts through like suns splitting open. But it's not the impact of his fists or him breaking the barriers of physics. It's the pounding of a single heart in his ears, his own. And as he crosses the finish line and takes the last spot, all around the fire pits, sing. And now, behold your 32 champion. Who will win and be crowned the King Omega? I can tell you the answer now if you'd like. I am the Heart of Apokolips, after all. The one who crowned Darkseid so long ago. So yes, I know who will join the ranks of the fallen. I know all the twists and turns that awaits them. So many. The surprises coming, like his 3 destroyers. Horsemen, from a world where his rule is absolute monsters. And these are just some of the horrors that await. But if you want to know the real truth, the final one, I'll tell you. It's that none of them win. Not Clark, not Diana, nor Mari or Eel. None. Because what they don't know is that there is one last champion among them. The king himself. That's right, Darkseid, having taken the form of their own. So no, friend, the game isn't beginning. It's already over.